Newspaper articles from Larance Jones's collegiate career describe him as elusive, fleet-footed, speedy, and that was just on the football field. The two-sport athlete from Truman, what was previously known as Northeast Missouri State, garnered even more superlatives on the track. For starters, there was Jones's world best designation. One of the nation's premier quarter-milers, Jones clocked in at 45.2 seconds in the 440 to grab the top time in the world in 1974. That translates to 44.9 in the 400. Those fast times led to 6 NCAA championships over his collegiate career, including the rarity of a Division II athlete capturing 3 Division I titles. He made headlines and history as a two-sport athlete at Truman State University. Tonight, we recognize Larance Jones' newsworthy accomplishments on the track as we welcome him to the Collegiate Athlete Hall of Fame.
This is Renee, and Renee is Larance's daughter, and she's not the daughter that had agreed to do this initially, but her sister apparently got cold feet, and Renee, and her sister's now going, stop talking about me. When you see that about your dad, and your sister saw it earlier, and I'm sure you talked about it, what do you think?
It's amazing. I was smaller growing up when he was running track. So I vaguely remember, but I remember because all the stories that our family shares on down to, we were able to go to the high school that he attended. My sister and I, my girls, trickled down, and so they were able to share stories with us. Up until this day, they still share stories of how he ran from one end of town to the other end of town to meet my mom. So.
Do they tell stories about how he ran from one end zone to the other? Because her dad also played in the National Football League for a number of years with the Giants, Washington, and the 49ers.
Go Niners.
And he was a kickoff return specialist. Do you have any football stories?
Yes, we hear football stories all the time. Even at the high school, they have a whole, in the gym, they have a whole wall that has his helmet and all his track information and everything in there. So we still get to hear the stories and run into people that, my sister and I, we ran track. So they asked us, are you guys as fast as your dad was? We ran.
Your dad couldn't be here tonight. When you go home and you see him and you bring him his medal and you're able to communicate with him what happened here, what will that be like?
I think for him, I think it would be an honor if he was able to be here himself, but he has dementia. So it's an honor for my sister and I and my daughter to be here to represent him. I think he would have been amazed to be able to meet all the rest of the honorees and tell his story, share his story, just like they were sharing their stories. But I think he'll be really honored to, when we show him the medal. We'll have to explain to him multiple times what the medal is about, but.
Well, he was an amazing athlete, and he's got an amazing family right here. Here's Renee on behalf of Larance Jones.